Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and I'm just going to be officially updating you our latest Man United news that reportedly Alexis Sanchez has suffered an injury blow, and currently Jose Mourinho has confirmed this, that in his current press conference that he will be out for a quite long time. He could be out for at least a month, so potentially Sanchez could be missing key games. So reportedly it is an hamstring injury. He suffered on Thursday whilst training, and reportedly it says Mourinho he is reportedly confirmed to be out for a long time with a hamstring injury, according to what Jose Mourinho had said in his press conference. And he had suffered this injury yesterday whilst training. It has confirmed, and he could be missing key games. Could Sanchez, missing tomorrow's game. He could be missing a reunion with Arsenal on Wednesday. His ex-team. Also, I think then it's Fulham after Arsenal, then it's Valencia in the Champions League, and then it's Liverpool after that. So these are key games that Sanchez could be all missing due to his current injury he had suffered on Thursday. Just watch Mourinho's press conference. Mourinho says he's explaining that we need to focus on the league, we need wins, we need points, we need to better in our position up in the table, and this is what Mourinho's explained. He said he's not focusing too much on the Champions League now, because he knows obviously qualifications obviously secured now, and obviously he says the cup, the FA Cup's in January. So potentially Mourinho said he's looking on the league. And potentially he's given us an update about Sanchez, and he is currently out. He said it could be up to 6 weeks or whatever. Saw earlier in the press. But potentially going to Southampton Man United game, as I said, I think potentially at that right back position it will be Ashley Young. As I said, he's mainly a right winger, but obviously for England he plays the right winger. During his Villa days plays the right winger, but Mourinho just prefers him to play that right back position. Doyle is a doubt as well. Valencia, I don't think he will play Valencia at that right back. He did midweek against young boys. Sanchez was absent from the squad. Midweek against young boys, and Sanchez was frustrated about this. This could potentially make him potentially leave Man United, because he's told his friends he wants to leave Man United. Potentially, yes, it has confirmed. I think at the right back, Ashley Young will be playing, and left back, it will be Luke Shaw. So Luke Shaw on the left back, Ashley Young at the right back. I don't think Valencia will play, and Darmian, I don't think he'll be named in this team as well. And potentially, we know Jones will be presumably playing alongside Smalling. Obviously, Lindelof's obviously injured. I think he's out until late December with a muscular problem, and it has been confirmed he suffered this against Crystal Palace in that 0-0 draw last week. So potentially Lindelof's out. I think Pogba and Lukaku will be starting tomorrow against Southampton, because obviously they didn't start against the young boys. Obviously they came on as substitutes, Pogba and Lukaku. And potentially, yeah, so I think tomorrow's an important game. We've got to win every game now leading until Christmas. We have got winnable games. As I said, we have got winnable games, but potentially we have got a good record at Southampton. His last 7 visits there, we've won 5 out of 7. We haven't lost them in our last 5 meetings. We should potentially win this game. We should have beaten Crystal Palace last week. Potentially Southampton have only won 1 game out of 13 all season, lost 7, drawn 5. So far we're sitting 7, 14 points behind City. It could be 17 points, when City play Bournemouth 3 tomorrow before we kick off against Southampton. We're 12 points behind second. We're 7 points behind top, and Mourinho did basically confirm Mourinho confirmed that he wants top 4 by January. Potentially, this is what Jose Mourinho would confirmed, as I said. But potentially, yeah, Southampton have only won 1 game all season. I said that the last 14 games, Man United have won 8. Have won 2, and there has been 4 draws. I don't think we have lost Southampton at St Mary's since 2003 in the current process. As he updated you, Southampton have got, I think, Danny Ings. He may start, he may not, but he has suffered the injury. I think Sam Gallagher's out, Shane Long's out till mid-December for Southampton as well. So potentially that's team news updating you into the game. As I updated you earlier on of what I said to you, potentially, what did I say about David De Gea? Reportedly, he's waiting to see. He's waiting for Man United to make a key decision, and then potentially he will make a decision whether he's going to sign a new deal or not. As I updated you. Reportedly, he said he's waiting to see what direction the club takes. Potentially, He's basically waiting to see if Jose Mourinho if Jose Mourinho stays at the club. This is what potentially David De Gea wants to know before he makes any decision. I think it did say yesterday he does want to sign a new deal at the club. And it has to be a deal worth up to £300,000 a week. It said Mourinho said David De Gea wants to stay at the club potentially. He has made over 2 century appearances since he's been at this club. He's been here since 2011. He's won everything here apart from the Champions League, of course. As David De Gea, and potentially we know he's been linked to a move to Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain as David De Gea, and potentially, yeah, so his future's still uncertain at Man United. We all know that Mourinho said quite a few weeks ago he wasn't too convinced he was going to sign this new deal. But potentially we'll have to see what happens. So it potentially regards on the situation, what happens with Manchester United and what happens with Jose Mourinho, then for potentially David De Gea to make a decision. So potentially wants to know if Jose Mourinho stays at Manchester United, then he's going to potentially make a decision. Is David De Gea as well, but potentially last time Southampton was under Louis van Gaal era back in 2016, as I said. But potentially we just haven't been good enough this season, not enough goals, defensively very, very bad as well. And Mourinho's probably going to get tens of millions of pounds spent in January. I wouldn't trust Jose Mourinho over this money. He has been speaking about the lack of heart and desire and intensity. He said that in the Crystal Palace game, there wasn't enough intensity in that game. As I said, he said midweek the heart and desire, the intensity was there. Midweek, that's what Mourinho had said, but he said there was good things and bad things. He said it was good to get through. It was a difficult group. He said we missed out on a lot of crucial chances in the young boys game. And potentially, there's still people backing Mourinho. Giggs said sacking him won't change anything. He said considering the success he's had, he's still backing Jose Mourinho. Gary Neville's, questioned about his team selection and his tactics. And, Mourinho seems to be just coming out. He's public run for criticising players, which he has done quite a few times since he's come to United. He's had disputes with Luke Shaw and, Paul Pogba and all that. And, we've got a lot of players, coming to the end of the deals, as we all know, at the club. And potentially, I don't think any youth player will grow and develop under Jose Mourinho, to be quite, fair. He's only won 3 trophies, since come to the club. And the expectations would have been for Jose Mourinho was, to make us more competitive and challenge for major honours. And we haven't done that with Jose Mourinho. And we just haven't done it. And potentially we have to get potentially Man United have to get top 4 this season and Champions League for next season to have any chance of Jose Mourinho keeping his job at the club. But I wouldn't guarantee us to win tomorrow because we have lost to teams this season that we shouldn't lost to. We lost to Brighton for the last 2 seasons at the Amex, lost to West Ham this season. We was lucky to beat Newcastle, lucky to beat Juventus in the Champions League. So potentially we could be in a worse position than we're in now. A lot of money's been spent into that team, since Fergie retired, like £1 billion in 3 managerial eras has been spent. Mourinho spent just under £400 million on 11 players. He's obviously sanctioned 14 players off, and potentially Mourinho just seems to be, having to go back, talking about what he's achieved and what he's won in the past, talking about all his history, and potentially no Manchester United fans particularly care what he's won and potentially style of play. I don't think he has the right philosophy for the club, and potentially I want Jose Mourinho out because there's a lot of players unhappy with Jose Mourinho at this club, as we all know. But big game tomorrow should be an easy win for Man United, considering Southampton have only won 1 game all season. Mark Hughes is obviously under pressure at Southampton, as I said. But I think in the midfield he'll go with Pogba, Matic, and I think he'll either put Fred or Fellaini alongside them. I don't think he'll start Herrera. Mando Herrera's obviously, Man United have been talks still securing him a new deal. But reportedly this season, he didn't feature. He didn't feature against young boys. Did Ander Herrera, and potentially Ander Herrera, he's been mainly making substitute appearances this season. Hasn't really started from the start, but I think he'll start Fred alongside Pogba, Matic, or Fellaini. as I said, because obviously Mourinho paid £50 million. Fred, it was a disappointing transfer window. Mourinho did miss out on a lot of potential targets, as we all know, and we have got a lot of players on our agenda for the January transfer window as well, as we all know. But potentially, Man United should win this game. So it's confirmed Alexis Sanchez suffered an hamstring injury Thursday. He's going to be out of the game. He could be out for at least. He could be out for a month or so. So that is pretty bad. But I think potentially he could leave as well because he says he feels unsettled here. He's on $500,000 a week. I think he's only scored 4 goals since coming to the club. He was good with Arsenal. He's 4 or 5 years, so he's proven in the league. He good with underneath in Barcelona in his past as well. Before these told friends he wants to leave, he was frustrated with getting dropped from the young boys game midweek. He was frustrated about this, and potentially I think Sanchez could leave. We've just been here nearly a year into the club as well, and he has failed to develop himself. And as Sanchez, so potentially, I think Pep would be an ideal replacement for him. Because Mourinho's confirmed his press conference. He will be out for a long time. Could miss Arsenal Wednesday. Miss Fulham. Miss the Fulham game next weekend. Miss Valencia, and miss Liverpool also. As well, it has potentially confirmed. So he could be out within a month. Could Alexis Sanchez with this hamstring injury. Mourinho's confirmed this. Mourinho said in his press conference, we need points. We need to focus on the league, and we need to batten our position up in the table as well. So I've just watched some of his press conference, didn't watch all of it, but he has confirmed about Alexis Sanchez. He is currently out with an hamstring injury as well. But potentially, I think Man United, the bookies will be favourites to win this game, considering we are in very, very bad form. Away from home, we've only won 3 all season. Southampton, though, considering we've got a good record against them in recent seasons, especially at St Mary's, and potentially, Southampton have only won 1 game all season. Goal difference is very, very bad. Potentially Man United will be favourites to go on and win this game. So let's see what happens. So anyway, guys, that's everything today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless, guys, and we'll do our live videos coming very, very soon. Bye.